Have you ever thought about a city that basically lives in two different centuries at the same time? A place where ancient legends and cutting-edge code are happening on the same street corner? Well, today we're diving into the incredible story of Bangalore. So on one side, you have its ancient name, Bengaluru, which translates to the town of boiled beans. I love this story. The legend says a lost king was given boiled beans by an old woman in a forest, and he named the whole area in her honor. Then, on the other side, you've got its modern crown, India's Silicon Valley, a global high-tech hub of innovation. So the big question is, how does one place become both of these things? A city of old-world stories and super futuristic ambitions. That's really the puzzle we're going to piece together. And to find the answer, we have to go way back. To really get what Bengaluru is today, you have to look at its past, because this whole split personality thing, it wasn't an accident. It was actually designed this way, with two very different cities built right next to each other on purpose. This timeline really lays it all out. For centuries, it was a pretty traditional South Indian city. Then, in 1537, its founder, Kempegowda I, builds the old city, the Pate. But here's the real game changer, the 1800s, when the British show up and establish a completely separate city right beside it, the cantonment. And for more than 100 years, these two worlds just existed in parallel, only officially becoming one city after independence. And you can literally see and feel the difference on the ground. You had the old Pete. Think of a maze of buzzing markets, super narrow lanes. This was the traditional Canada heart of the city. And then, bam, right next door was the cantonment, with its wide, orderly roads, colonial-style houses, and a very, very English vibe. This physical split created a cultural divide that you can still feel today. Okay, so that's the history. But what does that split actually feel like today? Well, you see it most clearly in the city's culture, where tradition and trends are living side by side, sometimes getting along and sometimes, well, not so much. The soul of old Bengaluru is just steeped in Kannadiga tradition. I'm talking about the incredible costumes and storytelling of Yakshagana dance, the amazing flavor of a classic dish like bisibele bath, and of course, the absolute daily ritual of a strong, perfect filter coffee. It's a culture with really deep artistic roots. And then you flip the coin. A world away from all that, you have modern Bengaluru. Forget the filter coffee for a second, this is now India's undisputed craft beer capital. It's got a huge third-wave cafe scene, and of course, it's the absolute epicenter for tech startups. It's fast, it's cosmopolitan, it honestly feels like a different universe. So how on earth did the famous Garden City, this place known for its chill climate and green parks, transform into the gigabyte city? Well, the shift was planned, it was deliberate, and it happened incredibly fast. Yeah, this transformation didn't happen by accident. It was built, piece by piece. The foundation was laid by huge public sector organizations like the Indian Space Research Organization. Then came the infrastructure, like Electronic City. This created the perfect environment for the first IT pioneers, companies like Infosys and Wipro, to set up shop in the 80s. So when the huge global IT boom hit in the 2000s, Bengaluru was perfectly positioned to catch that wave. And the result of all that planning? Just look at this number. Over 400. That's how many massive multinational corporations have major operations here. And we're not talking about small offices. We're talking the biggest names on the planet. Google, Microsoft, Airbus, Goldman Sachs, they all chose Bengaluru as a key global hub. The city just became this magnet for talent and money and big ideas. You know, to really get why this is so unique, just think about India's other big cities. Mumbai is the king of finance, Delhi is all about government, Chennai is an industrial giant. But Bengaluru, it played a totally different game. It carved out this brand new identity for itself as the nation's #1 symbol of innovation, technology, and just a forward-thinking global culture. So we've got the old, we've got the new, tradition, tech. What happens when you smash all of that together to create the modern Bengaluru experience? This unique mix is exactly what makes the city so magnetic. There's a reason people call it everyone's city. You've got this amazing combination of great weather, a super multicultural population where English is spoken everywhere, a really professional work culture, and an active lifestyle. It all just creates this welcoming vibe that pulls in people from all over India and the entire world. And that really brings us to the million-dollar question for Bangaluru's future. The very thing that powered its incredible success, this blend of a stable, traditional core with a dynamic, global ambition, is now its biggest challenge. The city is growing so fast it's bursting at the seams, which puts a huge strain on everything. So the question is, can its two halves keep growing together as one city, or will the cracks in this tale of two cities start to show?